Wanted to start my video to keep everybody's attention. Uh, this is a ZR2. It had the logo right there. It's a S10 extended cab, 3-door. And this is stuff from my fire pit the other day. It was wet. I had to burn trash because now that everything comes from Amazon, which we're going to get to that point in a minute, we're going to build these right here. I have metal that I just ordered, and it's going to be a bunch of cutting and a bunch of screwing around, but I'm going to extend this. Now these are panels from a regular S10, and if you notice, there's a big problem. They're too short, up, down, and then you're going to have the job of lining it up so it doesn't look like sheet. Which reminds me of, you know, sometimes in my prior videos I used to curse. I'm going to put you guys on a tripod here, and I don't have the shoe on my camera, so hopefully this might work out. Maybe I got to take the shoe off here, and I'll just set you here for a minute. And I wanted to explain about my week. Hopefully people are going to get my point, because I was raised that if you didn't have anything nice to say about anybody, you really didn't say anything. And then I joined the military, and I realized cursing was a way, and cursing somebody out was a way of relieving frustration. But with what's been going on the last, say, 10 years with our politics, the bad politics, the thing that happened to me the other day is I was returning socks I bought on Amazon. This was the first part of my day, and it had this sticker on the box, which I never gave it a thought, but normally that's related to chemicals, maybe lithium batteries or whatever. But there were socks in the box, and I took it to a UPS store, which they're independently owned, and the company, although they didn't publicly issue me an apology, they sent a driver here with a label to pick it up and said, "We're very sorry." He heard about the incident, and he said, "There's idiots working there." Because I said to the guy behind the counter, "Are you that butt fucking stupid? Put a piece of tape over the box." Like I said, remember I just said about cursing? But my aggravation level is up so high, okay? Reminds me of Gilligan's Island. I left from this hillbilly shop on board this tiny little truck, and I went to another advanced auto parts store where I had to pick other parts up in the area for Holly Ann. They had what I needed there. Not the right color, but they had what I needed, and I can always alter colors. I'm good with paint, real good. So, I get to that store, okay, after screaming and yelling at the Amazon employee, "How can you be that goddamn stupid?" I save these boxes. My house gets to be a shit house, but if you have to return something, sometimes the original cartons, they get wet because they just leave, Amazon leaves stuff wherever they damn well please on this property and other places, not just here. So, I got to find places to stash boxes all over, because you want to keep the shipping size down by having an appropriate size carton. But I never gave the thought of this sticker on here that somebody would be that goddamn stupid to get in an argument with, because I almost came over the counter with him, and he's holding up this placemat size sign about prohibited. I says, "It's socks in the box. It's not prohibited chemicals." And the other guy comes out and does the same stupid shit. And it's like, I just want to reach over the counter, and I lost my temper. I actually threw the fucking box at him. It bounced off of him and hit the floor. I mean, that's technically not an assault. It's letting out some frustration. But this stuff has been building up. Getting to my story is, I left on a little jaunt with this truck, and I needed some parts and stuff. And the owner explained to me, "Go over the truck," and he says he's paying me for that. And the truck really doesn't have a fault or a flaw outside of it's getting this rot. I stop at the advanced auto parts store. There's only one guy in the store. It's a minority. I asked for a TPS switch, okay, for a 2002 Silverado 1500 with a 5.3 engine. 10 minutes goes by. I said, "Do you know what a TPS is?" I called it a TPS. I didn't say throttle positioning switch. I said, "I need a TPS switch." 10 minutes goes by. I said to the guy, "Do you know what a TPS is?" "Yeah, I know what a TPAS is." "Fine, get me one." Another 5-6 minutes. Now he gets out his cell phone. He's underneath the counter. We're doing one of these. I said, "What are you doing? Can you get my part?" I said, I gotta call the manager. I said, "What are you looking up?" He had everything but a TPS switch on the screen. I don't know what the hell he had up there, a thermal evac switch or whatever it was called. I think it was actually for the AC. Some of the cars like Nissan and Toyota, they have the AC conjoined with the evap system. Don't ask me why that happens. I guess because they run richer. But anyway, it's not my point of my story. Is this idiot goes in the back and he gets me a red tool case, like about this big here. I said, I need a throttle positioning switch. I had to physically look the part up on their computer. I went behind the counter. I know how to, you know, I'm there enough. I watch what they do. I said, here, this is what I need. He couldn't read, is what it was. He didn't know how to spell throttle. So what happens is, now he doesn't know where the part is. The manager was at lunch, and the other guy, I guess, that was supposedly to be there was out on a delivery. So this is what they have limited our society to. It's causing a bunch of unnecessary frustration where somebody like me, where I've got to get something done, I'm spending more of my days with my cock in my hand, standing at a counter with idiots than I am getting the project done. Like, this is getting late in the year, and I'm a day behind on this project because of all the screwing around. And then I had another incident right after that where there's a Sheetz gas station, and it's a smaller one, and there's like 11 pumps. Everybody's left their goddamn vehicles. They're in the store ordering food, they're walking around, they're shopping. I want to get fucking gas. I yelled in the store, I said, hey, can somebody move their goddamn fucking vehicle? I want to get going here. Just want to get gas. All I would have done was put my card in and get going. I didn't need anything else. But this is what your society is becoming to. The mentality of corporate America. They've put every other business out of you know, smaller businesses, any options that you have. They've put them out of business. So basically, you're SOL. When you walk in there, you are at their mercy. They're beckoning whatever they want to do to you. That's what they're going to do to you. They're going to make a fool out of you. You're standing there. All you need is one little item where you have what you need in your hands, and you got to stand behind the counter because every idiot working there is partially illiterate, or they're not even from the automotive field. So it escalates the frustration level with guys like me that are craftsmen. It's no wonder I can't get a job. As I said, I'd love to work somewhere. I walk in the place and oh yeah, and I don't really have a resume per se. I show them the pictures of my work. Here, this is, you know, and I show them these videos. I show people what I'm doing. You know, we really, sir, you know what, you're highly skilled, yeah, and yeah, you do beautiful work, but we can't afford to pay you what you're worth. And I've repeated that in a couple of my videos. So that's where I'm going with this. And that's why you're dealing with that stuff. Because it's not just the auto parts store. It's not just Lowe's. It's the grocery store too. Everybody's new. They don't last long because they don't pay nothing. But corporate America's sticking it up your ass with the gas prices, the food prices. They're making billions off of this. You should see what coal went up to. Coal went up to $540 a ton here, I was told. Store owner, he said he just ordered coal. They charged him $5.40 a ton. I guess fuel oil it took another giant leap, almost 90 cents a gallon. In the Northeast here it went up, at least in our region. And I will say there are shady politics that play into that in this region of Pennsylvania. These courtrooms around here are kangaroo courts. When you go to court, Luzerne County, Lehigh County, Carbon County, Schuylkill County, Northampton County, Berks County, you better have a freshly pressed kangaroo suit and don't expect to achieve justice. I got a ticket with my trailer because I custom hand built the trailer and they don't want to give me a title for it. It passed an enhanced inspection. I submitted the paperwork, never got the paperwork back. My computer crashed. I don't know where the copies of it are. After I had to reboot my computer, all my stuff was gone like that. You know, don't trust your computer because they're going to hack it. So keep paper records, and what I did with the paper records, I have not a freaking clue. But I got a ticket for it. I built it, but it's bad bureaucracy. It's criminal here what they do, because they make you a criminal by proxy. By either their incompetence or unwillingness to help you. It's deliberate ignorance and incompetence. And they've taught these people today in the modern age to say, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. It's not a fucking inconvenience, people. You're taking food out of my mouth. That's a bill I can't pay. Or I can't pay the bill on time, so I pay a penalty because you're an idiot. And that's just the way it goes. especially when you're not rich and you still work for a living. I'm supposed to be retired. What the government pensioned me off on, I might as well. I wished I was a woman. I'd be a call girl. I'd have it made. No wonder everybody's a hooker or a whore these days, or a drug dealer. I mean, hard work doesn't really even pay anymore because you're almost incapable of doing, you're handicapped from doing what you're supposed to be doing. So pay attention to this project. I'm going to show you how it turns out, because what happened there was another incident. I ordered the fender flares. GM Parts Direct will not tell you if a part's discontinued or if it's back ordered. You order it and your money sits there. They don't take it. After 3 weeks, you pretty much know the part's not available. So the fender panels for the ZR2, they're available aftermarket. You can buy them, but you cannot buy aftermarket ZR2 fender flares. All you're going to get, like I did when I started this, I ordered the ZR2 panel for the truck, and the company, I think it was, it wasn't Cap Auto. It was something like One On Auto or something. One part, one click auto, some stuff like that. Oh, I get like Derek. I ordered the fender flares from them, and I ordered these from Raybucks, which they're Taiwanese panels. They're the same shit now that they're selling on eBay. Raybucks is they're really going in the toilet, because they used to have some of their own heavy gauge panels, like floor pans and stuff like that. They're just basically going on Amazon and charging you a 10-20% markup, because you're getting the same stuff with the Taiwan stickers on it from Raybucks. So in saying that, I got the fender flares, and guess what? They were for a standard S10. They were not for a ZR2. So we're going to end up with fender flares that are some kind of maybe retrofit, you know, like one size fits all fender flares. What do they call it? Like a generic fender flare. That's how she's going to end up. And I'm going to end up, when I do the front fenders, if it has that lip like this did. This had a lip around here that extended out for the flares. So if these new fenders, which it appears they are like that, I'm just going to have to cut that lip off and body work it, and then put the aftermarket type of flares over it. So that's basically explaining my video of what I'm doing here. I've cut the panel in half, and I've made a filler piece out of much thinner gauge so I could form it. So that's where we're going with this. We're actually in the groove here, and my good old buddy Schmitty, he's supposed to have these made up, because this is going to be a lot of cutting and a lot of fashioning this in, and these are going to have to go. I'm going to cut those off today yet. I watch what I do because of rain coming in, and then I know the ground strap's hanging down there. It's basically worthless. There's another. That's the original one. That's not the one from the new. But I put the new filler neck in, and this is how she turned out. And again, that's stuff from my fireplace. As you can see over there, it's been very active. And then we have one air shock up and the other air shock down. That air shock on this side, it does hold air. It just does not hold air along with the line in it. So I'm going to put them on individual lines. I'm getting another kit. I might have to pull the trick like other people do of doubling up the washers. So we're going to get a door. I actually have the door. I just got the door a couple days ago. And we got 2 new fenders. And so she's going to get her next remake, because this one sits out all year round, unlike my other stuff. At a certain point it gets put away, and actually it gets put away over at this guy's house. This girl, she's gaining ground. She's looking good. This is how the bed turned out. I've got some stuff here. I want to put a little skim coat on that stuff. That was because I did these panels with the bed upside down, and I fixed up in there. I don't know if you guys can see that with the lighting. I should be holding a light, but I hemmed all this in, and what I did end up with, if this is in the viewfinder, I'm going to cut these off, and I'm actually going to put, when I glue those panels, I'm going to use body glue over those holes so they don't go through and rust. But I did it on both sides. So folks, this is, the bed's not done, by the way. This is actually going to get a diamond plate. I'm contemplating how I'm going to do this, but because of the condition, this was the best bed I could get at trying to find a 40-year-old bed for a truck up here in the Northeast that's not totally gone or is in perfect shape. It's just non-existent, not here. And they wanted $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for beds from down south. You know what? They can kiss my hillbilly ass, them Southerners. Every one of them was he was, oh, I got perfect bed off that in them trucks. It's gorgeous. You got to see it. Well, I want to be able to afford it. I don't care about seeing it. So we're going to end my video, and thanks for listening to me rant on about, this is, like I said, you guys out there that run a business, okay? I know a lot of us are a barrel of monkeys when we're on YouTube and all that. I don't know why my camera, it just wants to walk off the tripod. It's like it's magnetized. But anyway, I'm going to tell you, a lot of us, we're fun type people. And we like to have fun. We like to joke around. We're people that are confident. We have confidence. So we can joke around. We can laugh at our mistakes when we make our own mistakes. And we don't have to be condescending to anybody. But I've been accused of that. And I am condescending because it was my job on an aircraft carrier. But I have another personality too that switches over. When I'm in a groove doing something I enjoy, I don't like it loused up. This used to be fun. It's a fun, rewarding trade because you actually get to see, if you remember what this truck looked like, it belonged in a junkyard. It was nothing but a cab, 2 doors, the frame, and somebody managed to put a rebuilt transmission in it. And the motor seemed to have been redone, half-assed, and then I had to stick a bunch of money in that. So she'll be running next year. And then this is the way my house gets to look at the end of the year. And then it looks like this to the beginning of next year. I never really get to fully clean up. People are soon going to start dropping snow blowers and all that other stuff on me. And I could not, this is the part here that they had for Holly Ann where I took his truck. And they were the wrong color. I'm going to paint them red because the interior is red. So, hey guys, thanks for watching my videos. And share that thought with Advanced Auto Parts about letting idiots behind the counter alone, because they really tick people off. He was another guy. If it wasn't for my fear of the Lord and the way I act myself, I probably would have grabbed him up it. But it ain't going to do any good anyway if you do it. And I'm sorry I lost my temper at UPS, but how can you be that stupid? Just put a piece of tape over the freaking sticker. It's socks, or mark it socks. Anyway, I don't know. I know they x-ray the stuff, half of it, before it goes on those trucks. I've seen a couple of the stores up here. They actually have an x-ray machine where half the drivers say they don't x-ray it. It goes right to the main terminal and it gets shipped back. They don't go through that monkey shit. But the stores, they do that sort of stuff. So sorry I'm wound up, but I had to get that off my chest. And I had to put it out on YouTube because I just cannot believe the stupidity, the level of stupidity that corporate America is stooping to. It insults and slaps every one of us veterans. But you know what? That's what Pelosi, Biden, Schumer, and Mr. Magoo there, you know, that's what they're doing to people like us veterans. They're ruining our businesses, they're ruining our lives, and everybody else gets everything for free but us. And they get to steal it with impunity. You know what? They can all kiss my ass. Thanks, guys.